Hello everybody, this is Roku Okami and thank you very much for joining us today. We are back at Satisfactory Modded 1.0 edition, and we are continuing working on our main factory and stuff. We're going to be getting our quartz and SAM ore processing done today, as well as continuing working down the main processing chain line and stuff. And then I'm going to just quickly show what little bit of stuff I've done off camera and stuff, just to make things a little bit better for us and stuff. I've been very busy off camera, so I'm mainly just doing world exploration using my thing, collecting tons and tons and tons of Mercer spheres. But let's dive in. Okay. But yeah, I've been going all over this map. There's even hardly any dark spots now from high places, because I've been going up into a lot of the high places getting tons of the spheres and stuff. That area up there is just too much radiation at the moment, and I don't know why I haven't done that area. Can't believe I haven't gone. Oh, I didn't go clear down those caves before, but yeah, we have lots of areas all over this area. But I've been going around with that hand scanner like nobody's business. Scanning. I even finally came out here to the Gold Coast and scanned it and got stuff. I didn't go after that hard drive. I forgot it while I was out there. But we'll be out there soon enough, as soon as we get to aluminum, because one of our main bauxite ores is right there. Another one's, I think, somewhere about here, if I'm remembering right. And then the other one is like down in this hole right here, is where the 3 bauxite sources are that we will be utilizing for our main aluminum plant, because we're going to need lots of aluminum and stuff, and that will be our aluminum sheet and casing plant and stuff. And then we will get our coal that we need for the aluminum and the quartz through the cave here that's down under this area and stuff. The cave, literally one entrance is here and the other entrance is all the way over here. I swear the cave is not that long, but I guess it is. It's nuts. But I have everything ready to unlock the final upgrade to our dimensional depot storage, our dimensional storage, the final stack upgrade. I've already got all of the uploads done, everything else, and the only alien thing we're missing is this puppy, and that's going to be a little bit, because we need, what are these things, singularity cells for these alien power matrices, which I have no oh, okay, you feed those into the big augmenter. Oops, sorry about that. You feed those into the augmenter, and it then makes the augmenter even more powerful. Okay, that's kind of cool. But here we go, the last alien research. Well, not last, but the last for
dimensional expansion finalized to
dimensional
500%.
storage.
Despite further efforts, parts could not be broken down further than their elementary particles, nor could the storage become more dense without the particles spontaneously reacting with one another and losing their deconfined state. Yet somehow more matter can now be stored in the same dimension.
We sang our growth song because we like your shallow efforts. Up and down our shallow illusion, up and down disappear in deep.
That is very thoughtful, I think. I appreciate the attempts at sharing scientific knowledge, however perhaps we should wait until we have a more optimal way of exchanging data.
Pretty much what that was saying was, Ada tried to make the particles smaller, she couldn't, the aliens stepped in and they were able to make the particles smaller for us so that we could store more. I'm finally starting to understand. Oops. I forgot to buy. Gotta buy more jet fuel. And I don't think I have any more tickets. That's one of the first things we gotta get is a biomass fuel made system set up. Because, yeah, I don't have any more tickets. I don't have anything more. Yeah, I don't have anything generating tickets now. That's just fun. I'm gonna hold on to those. We're gonna be making computers here very soon. So we can spare some of those computers. We'll get rid of just that little bit there. We'll get rid of the couple in these cooling systems. Okay, let's dump those, dump that, dump these. And, oh yeah, I was going to go ahead and dump a few of the crystal oscillators too that I had to try to get some tickets going for us. Because I need, what is it? I need fuel for my pack, and so I need 3 tickets right away. No way. It already burnt through all that and we only got 2. Oh, you're not playing fair here. You can have those. You can't have my AI limiters and any more of those crystal oscillators. Oh. Get rid of these out of my inventory. Okay. Looks like we gotta go digging for some more stuff here to let's get rid of some circuit boards. I am not getting rid of the high-speed connectors. Okay, we got tons of rubber here, so we'll get rid of some more rubber. We've got heat sinks that we can get rid of. A little bit of aluminum casing, that's fine. We'll pitch that. Oh, this quick wire we don't need. Oh, there's even more rubber in this canister. We can get rid of that. Okay, and we can get rid of all of this stuff too. We don't need any of that now. We've got it automated. Let's start by ditching those in there. Ditch the rubber in, the quick wire. Then we'll put the stuff that's going to actually rack the points up the quickest in. Okay, we'll let that run for a second. I need to deposit some sluggies and monster biddies from my journey that I literally just went on a minute ago. There they are. To get the rest of the Mercer spheres that we needed to get that final upgrade, and I wanted to make sure I had a few extras, so we got 10 more. That way we have plenty for setting up our storage stuff. Okay, let's see, do we have... Still don't have 3. My god, after all that expensive stuff went through. We need jetpack fuel. I'm out. Completely. I don't even have any in the stash anymore. Oy. I'm even up to 18 hard drives that we're just sitting on waiting until we get to the next stage. Once we unlock aluminum. We're getting close though. But yeah, as soon as we unlock aluminum, then we get to start scanning hard drives so we can get the better aluminum recipes. Like the one that removes at least silica from part of it. I don't know if there's a way to completely remove it, but I set up something up there. I cut the building back because the floor didn't need all that extra space. And I built one of our first structures that will be on top of this section of the building. We're going to end up with 3. One will be the shop structure, which is where the hub will be moved to, the ma'am, and this puppy. It will all be in there. Let's see. Ooh, we're almost there. We're almost there, people. Oh. We're getting there. Oh. Yep. We're almost there. That way we can have fuel. But yeah, we're going to have 3 structures on the roof there. And one of those will also be a huge, huge power bank. We're going to be getting this actually made here very soon. There we go. Now we have our main juice. I don't have anything just constantly feeding into it at the moment. But this is the other main structure. If you can't tell, what's that? What's that? Oh, that's alien power augmenter. And it's actually dead centered on this. I kind of made these darkened parts of the roof to be able to center it all, but here she be. Got a platform and everything for her and stuff and everything. So now our power grid has an extra 950 from the boost, and then another 500. We were at 900 before, and this boosted us to 950, and then that makes, or 9,500, and then that makes it the 950 additional boost on top of all that, which is pretty good. Look, we're just barely using more power than what just this is producing. We're just barely using over 950 right at the moment. Here's what we're actually consuming right at the moment and stuff with our current machines, because hardly anything's running. The main things that are running is just our water pumps, really. So, and then we have a door in right here, and there's another door down there also to enter the second floor of the factory. And I haven't done anything up here. Just where we left off with the modular frames. And it's gotten completely full now. So we're ready for the next step. The only thing I've done up here is I did put in these beams at the corners and put in some of our light barriers. That's it. But replace the fence. No, I think we did the light barriers right at the end of the last stream. I did put in the support beams though and stuff. But yeah, we're going to be working on quartz, and then we're going to come up here and get our smart plating and satyrs going and all that fun stuff. And I have decided to use another fun little mod, and it involves teleporters for items. I mean, yes, we can unlock item teleporting way in the late game, and I mean way late game and stuff. Tier 9 clear at the end, for which is total BS. It should be I think it should be during the aluminum phase, because that phase 7 and 8, or tier 7 and 8, is a lot more sensible for teleporting. But pretty much the way this mod works, you get this hub unit that you have to connect power to, and this is like the central control unit for the whole teleporting stuff. And this will also get moved into the shop with all this stuff too when we set up that building right here. But this is the teleporting hub and stuff. It allows you to, these are the 3 different items that I have on teleport at the moment and stuff. We have the quick wire. It's being teleported from yeah, from here to our factory. Or no, this, looking at it wrong. From here to the factory. Then we have our quartz, which is being teleported from here to the factory. As well as our SAM ore being teleported as well. And I'm actually going to start, I'm going to make several videos over all the mods and everything that I'm using and stuff. Little short videos over them. I'll have the first one going over just literally the mods I have, all the mod list. Then I will start doing short videos about each mod in the list. Ending with the big ones once I figure out digital storage, and then I'll go over the farming mod and refined power. All those will take stages and stuff, so there'll be several videos dedicated to each of those mods. But here is the teleporter. It literally has an input or an output and an input. When you first put it down, you're going to want to either create its channel if it's a new input device, or select a pre-existing channel and then select it. Then connect it to either the items you're putting into it or to the output. You want to first select its channel. That is crucial, because otherwise, if you put it down and immediately connect an output, it's going to immediately start pulling from the first thing. So it's going to, in this case, if I was to drop one, it's going to pull straight from QuickWire, because that's the top one on the list, is what it's going to do. That's why it's very crucial to remember to do that. And the best part is these things don't require power. They're actually getting their power from that terminal up there. And it's actually right now pulling 7 megawatts of power just for the whole 4 of these. So pretty much each one is a megawatt of juice. So they're not at power hungry. And their transfer rate is based on the speed of the belt that's feeding it. And stuff is what their transfer rate is. They're not restricted or anything like that, which would have been kind of neat if they had like Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3 that kind of scaled with your belts and stuff. Like the Mark 1s would have came in during the Steel Age. Okay, so that means they would have a maximum speed of 320 or the 270, my bad. Mark 3s are 270. And then the Mark 2s would come into play now, and they would have a 480 max speed. And then finally and then you'd have a Mark 3 that would be a 720, and then a Mark 4 that would be the 1200 capability. Something along those lines. That would just make it a little bit nicer, but we've got those bringing our SAM and stuff over. Then our QuickWire is actually being teleported literally from just over there. And it's actually being brought in here. You can see the teleporter down here. And it's being brought into the line right here. Boop. And these will actually snap to them as well, which is very nice. You can see the woo. That's the input side. But there we go. Okay, that covers that. Now we can go down to the logistics floor and start hooking up our quartz lines. I've already dropped the I already put the floor holes in. Hopefully our foundation down here already reaches them. And of course it doesn't. It's been a while since we had to build onto it. So of course it don't reach. Why would it reach? Why would it be that easy? Oy. Come on. Why aren't you giving me the 10 by 10? There we go. But now, whew, we can hold so much in our dimensional storage. This is so nice. It took me forever last night building the rest of the second floor, or I should say third floor platform. That one took forever to get done. Okay. Now we can pop you here. You're going to go like this because we're going to be splitting this quartz line. It is a pier line, so it is a 480. And then we want a splitter here, like so. Come on. Now we just gotta drag this down to the next belt. And there we go. And then we can go ahead and drag this back this way some. Looks like it will be going down that line. We'll first mount it here, and then we'll start zipping our booties down through here. Ooh. Not quite long enough to reach. Oh, close enough. And there's our quartz line. Ran. We can go ahead and start dragging out some of the make sure it's coming out. There we go. There's our purple magic stone. Good, good, good. The best part is we have all this stuff. We've got a huge, large industrial container there, each full, and we also have another one each down at the end of our cave. Oh, did I ever show you guys the cave? Probably not, actually. There. We'll just drag this out to here for now. I'll quickly show you guys the cave. I spent a lot of work getting that cave set up off camera, just because it was something I hadn't done this before. This was definitely different from my usual way I set up the cave, because I usually just go spaghetti monster with it. And I mean very much spaghetti monster. But this time around, I paved it. The belts are nice and neat running through here. I still need to... Oops. Oh, that did take out part of them at least. Gotta remove some of these head collision points. There. There, that's a little better in the low spots. But yeah, this is mostly all concreted. few areas where I ramped it down a little bit, and so I wouldn't be too tight against the ceiling. But yeah, we've got it concreted all the way back to here. We do have a little bit of stuff that needs to be took out yet. I didn't have kaboomers with me then. Only reason why I got a few on me right now is just because I'm because of going after stuff. But here is our SAM ore coming over and down. There is our quartz, a pier node there. Then I've got this pier node ready to go that way, and then I didn't get this floor finished because I kept running out of concrete. And then we've got this normal node here ready to go that way. I think I already got them all sharded and everything. But, yep, eventually. Then I just have to concrete this all the way down. And up and out. For our aluminum factory. Whoa, that was weird. That autosave like gave me a big old kick on my jetpack. But there's several slugs in here. I'm not too worried about them because they're just normal slugs. If they were yellow or purple, it'd be a different story. They would have already been harvested and hauled off. But we've got our belts nice and neatly zigzagged through the cave in order to not have to clip them into any of the sides. I think I clipped just a just a tad bit right there. I can live with it because it lined it up perfect for coming out the exit here, and then splitting into our 2 containers. But yeah, I like how that turned out. Okay, let's head back up to the factory and start working out our quartz production, because we need to produce both crystals and silica in this production line. So we've got not one but 2 things we got to make off of 1 belt of quartz. And the funny thing is, this place is not where we're going to be making like our AI limiters and our, I think, high-speed connectors. I think those are the 2 things that are going to be made, because over in another location in the desert. Because we're going to end up with a few places in the Rocky Desert, a few modular bases. I forget what high-speed connectors require. They require wire. Ooh, and circuit boards. Ugh. And of course, quick wire. A ton of quick wire. Dang it. That's going to be a pain. We may have to work high-speed connectors somewhere closer where there's a quick wire node semi-close to oil. Because we have a pier node out in the Rocky Desert. It's like right here. We have a pier node right there. The issue is our closest oil is down here. And that's not going to work. I know our mega limestone factory is actually going to happen somewhere down in this gorge here. As we very well know, also we'll have fuel, one of our first large fuel power plants will be down here. as well, because there's several good oil. Actually, there's a lot of good nodes along around here, but there's also a ton of limestone down through this gorge and over here. Now, note, I could teleport it all with the teleporters, but it would take so many of them, and I don't want to overutilize the teleporters because they are a little OP, to say the least. But let's head down this way now, and let's get our quartz and silica. I think I already have most of the dimensional depots set up for quartz and silica. Okay, this is going to be smart plating. Okay, I just need... Yeah, I was one Mercer Sphere short, and that's what began my journey. There we go. And that's set up. And there's our quick wire that's being brought into our inventory. But this quick wire, all this quick wire is being used just to produce our satyrs for this building. We'd have to set up another line of quick wire coming in if we really wanted to do other things. Okay, let's run back here, back this way, and we need to grab one of these guys. We're just going to drop it here off to the side. That way we can look at our recipes. These guys require 37 per minute. Okay, and if we were to dial this back to 30, if I remember right, in 30 times 16, that's 480. That would use the entire line. So that's no good. Let's look at what silica requires. Silica only requires 22. So if we were to split everything 15 and 15, so that would be 32 times 15 is the 480. So we would need 16 of these cranked way down. Okay, not quite that far down. We want it to be 15 output. I'm thinking it's going to be 66.6667. Yep. There is our silica. Now let's get our quartz dialed down to needing only 15. Be funny if it's 33.334. Okay. It's going to be a little bit more than that. Let's try 40. 40% on the dot. Okay, those are our two settings. Now, what order do I upload them into my inventory in? We want quartz crystals first. Okay, so we're going to set up these guys first. But before we do that, we need to set up our modular load balancers. Yep. It's actually time that I create a separate toolbar for them. Q, we're going to want, I want this here. This here. Those got to be in those places. I need to uninstall this mod because I'm not going to keep that in. Okay, we want to use, we want input, output on those. Then we want this one here, this one here. Those are really the only ones we utilize. Okay. H. Let's see where we're at. Wow, that is the exact spot where it needs to be. And then we want to switch this to default. It will clip the machine a little bit there, but that's does not surprise me any. There we go. Now, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're getting there. One more. And there we go. Yay. Oh, that is so much faster, especially now that I've got all those things being already uploaded. That makes such a huge difference. Having modular frames now being made, having motors made. Motors will come in very handy once we start building tons of refineries. Because we're going to be making ore on much a higher level. Because we're going to be wanting to have water near us whenever we're processing ore from now on. Now we'll grab our recipe from here and start pasting it down through. Best part, if we do upgrade this to a 720 line, all we gotta do is just run the calculations to what we need for each of these machines to do at 720, and it will be quick and easy upgrades. Oh, I don't know why I ran all the way back down. Oop, let's get power first. I should have done power. Oh, I need to. Let's see here. Power. I'll put this on. We got everything through there. There we go. There we go. That's all good to go. The other things that I need on this build bar. So I do need my classic conveyor merger and litter. I don't understand these. Uploader and loader. Okay, merger. I think my other factory I set everything up with them being at double with only 8 units. Reverse, there we go. Take, rotate, boink, boink, done. There we go, that's ready to go. With the exception of course, belts still need to be ran. And after we get all this done, then we just have 300 line of reanimated Sam to make. We'll worry about turning said Sam into the other bits that we will then have automatically upload. Because reanimated Sam, we will not automatically upload that into our inventory. We're into the thing that's not worth using a Mercer Sphere. Okay, now we just gotta go behind here and hook up this. Because if we forget this, then I can't. How many times yesterday there was something always when I thought I had everything hooked up, I missed something. And there we go. Those are now all good to go. We'll worry about running the main lines after we get the next bit set up. Let's get the next section of everything together. We'll lock that in. Oh, I got it in the right spot. Okay, now we get to 1, 2, 3. Rotate this to face the right way. And now we just get to... Oops, that was wrong. I forgot. The first one goes in after only one. The first output. Oh, that's input. And there we go. Easy peasy. that's weird how sometimes I just get this all of a sudden boost. We want green facing us, thank you. Right there. There we go. Jump the gap. Now let's go grab our recipe. And then we'll program those, drop the splitters, connect all the belts. And then drop our mergers. Right there. Ooh. I know one thing, I cannot wait for solo leveling season 2 to come out, because it's starting soon and I am ecstatic for that one. I think that's my most anticipated anime for this next winter, for the winter season. There we go. Now let's start getting the belts hooked up. Now we go to the back and hook in these belts. Okay. we just need to, oops, run this belt down. Come on. I'll put this in straight mode. That way it will maintain its... Let's first remove these now. We don't need them. Okay, let's grab this again. Bring it down to... Let's see, the junction is right here. Oh, it's right where it needs to end at anyway. That works for me. And then you need to come across to here as well. Did I hook this one up? Yes, I did. I'm always double checking my stuff now. We have the belts ready for the quartzes and the SAM sitting there. All ready to go. Oh wow, it looks like this belt will connect right now. Ka-chow. This belt, not quite. It will need a stop point right here. Ah, damn it, I landed on a conveyor belt. Oh. And connect. There we go. We're ready to power everything on. At least those machines on. And we're going to double check our recipes. Make sure I'm just going to randomly look here. 15 per minute. That's what I want to see. And we'll just double check here. 15 per minute. Excellent. And then over here, 15 per minute on the first one. Then we'll just come down here randomly. 15. And look at this one. 15. Okay, that looks good enough to me. Now, we are ready to grab... Oop, wrong button. Grab some power. Bring it up to here. Bring it over to this point, and they should all kick on. All green lights. Yay! Now I just want to see some silica coming across the belt. Excellent. A whole ton of silica. And there goes a whole ton of quartz. Excellent. It should first fill up our dimensional storage. And then it will start populating the main bus line. No, don't think I need silica on the main bus, but we will have it on there just in case we do need it. And that should be these two lines right here. Oh, here comes some quartz. Already rolling out. And here comes the silica. Yay, everything's how I want it. Oh. Feels so weird that there's one set of machines down here actually pulling off the main bus. I would have really liked to have had these machines here further down, but I hadn't gotten everything fully ready. Okay, now let's switch our build thing back to our regular bar. And we need to bring our SAM ore up. And we're still going to have room probably for at least one more set of machines, because the SAM ore, I'm pretty sure we only need to process it in one line here, unfortunately. But we may get some more. Another SAM node tapped and going later on. For which, when I say may, it will happen. I just gotta pick out one. A lot of them that are nearby me, though, are impiers. And I'm not wasting tapping an impier right now. I know there's one out in the Rocky Desert, and I think it might be a normal. I'm not 100%. But I think the one I'm tapping is the one for the Rocky Desert, if I'm remembering right. But it's going to be a little bit before there's any that backs up in here for this to start displaying. But let's head down and get our SAM ore processing next. This is like the big slowdown in doing everything, is when I have to stop and actually build up the main factory, put it all together. And I won't lie, we had a big delay because I made a huge steel and motor factory and stuff, and soon we'll be transferring those items over here so that they can start becoming something. Okay, let's grab this belt, drag it out because it needs to turn right here, and it's not going to reach. It's a good chance, because we built that, because we set up belts earlier, that's going to be quick. Nicely done. But now, the best part is, I will have, there we go, full on quartz crystal, and we'll soon be full on silica. I think everything in my inventory except for satyrs, it's the only thing that isn't being constantly produced. And that's going to change very soon. Also, smart plating will be going into my inventory because it's needed for digital storage, if I do find a place to utilize it. I have yet to truly find a place, or actually I need to. I'm not lying, this here gets rid of the need for digital storage. Digital storage is nice and stuff, but at the same time it's kind of this pretty much has really took away the need of it. Of that mod. That mod was amazing. Would have been amazing back when I was playing before, if it had existed yet. Because I was hoping for something like Applied Energistics, but for Satisfactory. And didn't get that. At least not when I was still highly playing the game. But now we have it. I haven't found I found a spot where I think we'll start a farm. Our first farm, I should say. I hit the wrong button. A little bit too far. Oops, I deleted the wrong thing there. We need that there. Make sure I did actually place 3 between each. I was pretty sure I was doing it right. Yep. Yep, everything's lined up good. Okay. Now we just need our constructor. The first one right here. Like so. Oh, we need to switch you to default so the SAM can come around, and then we know the line is 300. Okay. And 300 divided by 16, we need 18.75 is the consumption rate. Ooh, a lovely number. And it's 120. There's 18. Let's try 16. 16's too much. So back to the 15%. Okay, now we need try 0.5. Oops. 0.5. Okay, we need a little bit higher. 0.667. Okay, that's a little too much. Ooh, we're almost there. Let's just try 7. Ooh. So, 6. That's a little too much. 5. Ooh, we're getting there. Try 3. Really close. 1. Too low. 2. Okay, we need it to go up just by a hair. Okay, that was not enough. 5. There we go, 18.75. Whew. Talk about a fun game. But we have achieved what we're aiming for, 18.75. And let's look at that again. 18.75 per minute. To eat up this whole line with all 16 of these. I am going to go ahead real quick and copy. And then we'll paste everything on the way back down, and then we'll go back the other way with connecting the power and zigzag back and forth. Once I can get another 300 line teleporting in, then we'll be really set. I know there's a SAM node somewhere nearby here too. There is only one pure SAM node that I am aware of in the whole world. And look at it. Okay, now let's get our wrong button. I forgot power is on this line. Make sure I got those wires connected. Yes, I did. Good. Oh my god. All of these are backwards. Why didn't you guys tell me? Why didn't you guys tell me that these were backwards? Oh. I'm just making sure I didn't accidentally delete any of those over there. No, I did not. Okay. Well, at least we got the settings saved in our thing. There, now they're facing the right way. I noticed right as I was connecting the power, I'm like, why are the power connectors on this side for? That don't seem right. It was going too smooth. At least I caught it then. I would have noticed when I started trying to connect belts. Because things would have been not connecting right. And then I would have been even more frustrated with myself. Ooh, I was so focused on trying to just get the settings dialed in. Okay. That autosave almost made me skip a machine. Okay. Once again, yes, that is correct. Let's try this again. And there we go. Those are all now good. And the way we'll power these is, I guess, jump this line up to here temporarily. We don't have anything down that way. And we'll still have room for pipe, machine, and outgoing. So we still have room for one more line of basic construction machines. Constructors only. So if we were to bring in more concrete, or most likely it'll be just more sand. This whole area is just going to start producing a ton of sand. Because we can eventually turn sand into other resources. Which is crazy. To help supplement if we need to. For just nuts. Look at those huge lines of silica coming across. That is crazy. But at the same time, it makes me feel so happy. Yep, we're full. Because we need all that for glass. Because we're going to be doing a lot more glass structures. And I'm thinking about building a giant glass pyramid out in the Dune Desert. I'm debating, I think I might do turbo motors out there. Now, they need to give me fluid teleporters. That would make me really happy. Okay, let's run down here. Because these guys are going to be produced 4.6. Let's just say 4.7. Okay, 4.7 times 16. Yeah, this line's only going to be 75. So if I brought in another 300 line like this, I can just merge it straight up. Merger. So we want to actually just do a simple merger system here. And who knows, we might, depending on time, we're at an hour in and stuff. We want to get smart plates done, all of our steel stuff transferred over here, get saters, and the elevator parts automated, the rest of them. Okay, let's... That isn't what... Oh, my 6 got reassigned by accident. There. Okay, boopity boop. There we go. That's all ready to go. Did I hook up? Yeah, I hooked up the power across all of them. Now, I don't know which type of SAM I need for some of the stuff, but I do believe the time crystals require a whole lot of this. That's why I want a ton of space for reanimated SAM. Because getting it reanimated and then processing it is going to be tons of fun. But, oh, I'm definitely, like I was talking yesterday, looking forward to Satisfactory Plus, but we won't touch Satisfactory Plus right away until we have completed this game. That means all the way through to the very end. Then, and only then, we will then switch to Satisfactory Plus. Take the game to the next level. No, I mean, we're already at a different level thanks to modded, but hey. That's just how I roll. I like mods. Mods are a huge thing for... I think a lot of that comes down to my playing lots of modded Minecraft. And I mean tons and tons of modded Minecraft. Oh. Come on. Okay, now we just gotta hook up the power. And that will have all of our SAM stuff running. Oops, I accidentally connected it clear to this freaking ceiling. That is not where I meant to connect it to. I wanted to connect it right there. And then to there. And they're all green. That's good news. Outputs look good. And with using a load balancer, they all should output at the exact same time. Yay! And now we have those puppies going. Okay, now we can head upstairs. Ugh. Get stuck on our conveyor belts. The one conveyor belt that gets in my way of jumping. Ooh, and I always get stuck on it. Head upstairs and we can start getting more assemblers going. This time for smart plating. Yay. Okay, let's begin the nightmare of it all. Oop, we gotta switch build menu bars. There we go. And put you to zoopy zoop. 2, 3. And then just run down here to see where the next pole goes in at, right here. 3. And then I think the last pole goes in. Oh no, I think there's one more right here. 3. And then the last one comes in right down here at this end. Blink. And there we go. Yay! Now run our belts, and then we go pull our stuff off the line. Put down our assemblers. This time around, we are after rotors and reinforced iron plates. Ooh. I'm not being super crazy on the conveyor lifts like I normally would be, where they're always like 3 spacings apart and all that jazz. Only place I do think I want a conveyor lift to be at is right here, coming off the main line. Just in this gap. Because we can bring all of our outgoing stuff along the roof, like we've been doing, which works quite nicely. Let's see. My line is right here. This is the line. And I think they're literally side by side here. Yep. Okay, let's grab our splitter. We want to put one right here. Then we want to come here and put the belt here, snap you in, and then I should be able to immediately snap you in. There we go. This one, let's go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Then, oh no, we're doing this differently. I forgot. That needs to only go up 1, 2, like this. Okay, I don't know. I know that they'll reach to that. I think that one will only reach to here. So that means we'll just jump back 1. They'll reach all the way from here to there. That works for me. And there we go. There's our bits all being sent over. Now we just need to put these guys down. Okay, now splitter. I need you there, you right there. You there, you there. You lined up with that one, you lined up with that one. You lined up with that one. Nope. Yep. Just have to see which. It's easy to tell on their spacing if they're which one they're snapping to, if they're snapping to this or that. No, correct. You can also tell by which direction the line is going into. Okay. And there we go. Yay. Total nightmare, but they're done. Now, we gotta program the recipes. And it's smart plating. Yay. It wasn't for the fact that we need tons of friggin' smart plating. Oh, just to make the next elevator parts and make more elevator parts and more elevator parts. Oy. It is so much fun. Okay, now we need our mergers to feed everything this way. And then we get to have the fun of this eating up tons of resources while it fills everything up. While we continue adding more things to eat up more resources. Because this will kick our rotors on, our rotor production line on. Well, it's kicked on right now anyway. That's the last one. Now let's get our conveyor lift in here. The reason why I worked last night on getting the ceiling done. So that we can have all this working for running everything. Inputs and outputs are all hooked up. Now we just, we gotta run, of course, down to the storage for it all, but that's fine enough yet. That just runs across the ceiling. Smart plating goes right there. Right down this line here. I don't have it set to come completely back up yet, but and boom. Now we're ready. Go hook them all up and power them on. Okay, that's all done. Now we just want to grab this power node, bring it to, looks like right here. Nope, we don't want it there. We want it the other one. And boom. There we go. These guys are now busy. See, I could do something crazy with those load balancers by using smart inputs and output, but well, using two inputs, feeding literally both rotors and the plates, and then using smart outputs that are programmed to only output rotors to this spot and, well, not stators, the reinforced iron plates to the other spot. Because you can, there's filtered ones and stuff too in all these. You have overflow filtered, which is the cool one. Programmable, output only filtered, output only overflow, and output only programmable. See, the filtered is pretty much, you just walk up to it and then you tell it the item that you need it to output. And you can even search like RO, and there's rotor. Now, if this was fed, if this was hooked up to the thing, the only item this would output is rotors. Kind of cool. And stuff, and we could have used a system like that, and we probably will with the manufacturers. Because then all we gotta do is just have 4 inputs coming into it, and then it comes down and just runs along them and puts and drops off everything. Which will be the nifty, the pretty cool route. It'll come over, we'll have 4 belts here coming into all of them. Then we'll just, it will come down and 4 filtered, and then a few spacers, 4 filtered, and then we'll go through and just program each filter with the manufacturers. It would just make it look a little bit cleaner, but I wanted to do some traditional systems like with the stuff here with the assemblers. We'll get into more modded setups after a bit. Okay, but that's the smart plating done. That takes care of all the beginner stuff. You know, tier or phase 1 stuff. All automated now. So with a little bit of extra with the quartz in place as well. But now we have all this. Let's see if anything is... Yeah, none of the smart plating is going to show up. Hey, our quartz is filling up pretty quick. Oh wow, silica's already filled up. Nice. Quick wires, of course, been filled. you getting... You should say Sam on you. This should be... Yep, that would be the smart plates. Okay, something's not hooked up on the Sam's output line. I did not fully check the SAM. Or is the SAM... Okay, the smart plates are rolling straight out. SAM's not on the main belt line at the moment. They don't have a bus, so something's not connected here. Let's first look up here. See if it's been... Yeah, it's been building up here. It's not connected somewhere in that area. Okay. We'll just loop around to outside here. Woo. Oh. That would do it. There we go. I wondered what was going on here. I mean, that was concerning me, I won't lie. But now we need to bring steel beams. We already have steel pipes and encased beams over. And then we need to make satyrs here, and then motors go into here. So let's begin with our floor holes that are going to have to be in front of each of these. 1, 2, 3. That is steel beams, encased beams, and motors. Oh no, satyrs, then motors. Satyrs will be made here. The steel beams and encased beams, of course, are being made over at our steel factory. Okay, let's go ahead and bring these up. And don't worry, we will still use some trains and stuff. Because, like, I'll bring my aluminum and all that over from a train from over there, as well as the other quick wire. Or not quick wire, the AI limiters. Because AI limiters just require copper and quartz. Really, what was the other thing that was in... Oh yeah, plastic or rubber. I might have to set up a small plant somewhere. Small. To produce... Oh, we need circuit boards, which that's once again just copper. And plastic. Unless there's a... Oh, we'll check the MAM, see if we've accidentally gotten another recipe for high-speed connectors. One that doesn't use plastic, but uses something other than plastic. Or rubber. Let's just see what we got here. We've got nothing useful there. Nothing useful there. Nope. 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 I mean, this is just... Motor, alternate motor, junk. Junk. I mean, that's a little bit cheaper. Smart plating. I won't lie. Here's AI limiters using plastic instead of the copper. Oh. Here's circuit boards using quick wire. alternate computer recipe using quick wire. Nope, none of those are gonna do what I want it to do. Well, it was worth checking. Just to see. And I'm not gonna try scanning hard drives for another recipe. Oh. Okay. Oh. We need to go over and get our stuff set up over here. Oh, why am I walking when I have wheels? I need to get my Explorer unlocked so we have faster wheels. And the big truck's just too big and bulky. But we've utilized trucks, and we will utilize trains. Just not as heavily as most people normally do with trains. Trains is usually your best way to transport stuff. But when you got a teleporter, it makes things a little bit easier. And I'm working in an awkward place that makes it hard for me to bring stuff from this direction of the world over to my base. The only way it really works, and that's if I'm using belts. Okay. Okay, and we're back over here. Yay. Let's first get our encased beams, and I'll show you how all this teleporter stuff will work. Because what we're going to do is we're going to remove this one, that uploader, because it will then get used over yonder. And then go in here, yep, logistics, item teleporter. We want the input sitting right there. Just like that. Facing us. Now we're setting up a new one. We want to rename this to, come on. Okay. Encased steel beams and save. Now we have encased steel beams as one of our options. When you exit, go back in, make sure it's on the right channel. And then we're going to hook that into here. Like so. Actually, we don't want it. We actually want it coming off of the back of this. Actually. Okay, we're going to delete that part. We actually want to remove this with this particular build. We're going to put we'll put a depot back down here, but we want this to be back here. Enter the configuration, it's on it, but go ahead, select it, save. So when you look at it, encased steel beams, and put that into there. There's where we want that to be fed from. And we will drop another depot. Oh, we're in the right area. We just gotta scroll back up. Oh no, it's under organization. Dimensional depot. Squeeze her in right here. And put her back again. Okay, now we got that all done. Now we come over here to our steel beams. They're all being packed up down here. We have a dimensional depot already up there. So we'll just yoink this one out. And then go down here, item teleporter, rotate it, rotate to the input side, drop it. Open this. We're going to change this now to saying steel beams. Save. And put it in. And there we go. Now we have the steel beams ready to be sent over. Ooh, I forgot about the glass. I always do. Okay, well, we're here. This goes here. The only part that was not completed with this build, because I didn't have the blueprint made yet. Yes, it is partly because I'm tired of running into it every single time I turn around here. No, I need to do this on the entire building, but that will be something I will do in my time and not waste your guys' time. Come on, step back. There we go. There we go. At least now, as I'm running up, I'll see these barriers and realize there's glass there. Well, at least for that room. That's the room where I always run into the glass. Okay, oh yeah, we might as well go ahead and hook up the motor output upstairs as well. Okay, let's grab our logistics. Item teleporter. Rotate. Okay, this one will be motors. And save. And there we go. Okay, let's head back. Ooh. Here comes a stutter. Autosave's coming. Okay, and we're back. Okay, now we get to head upstairs and send down the steel beams and encase steel beams. Right away. We already got steel pipes. They're just way earlier on the belt line, just because we're producing them straight from iron. And then motors go down this one. This is motors, encase steel beams, and steel beams. Okay. And now we just need to okay. I forgot. I actually want to we make these snap to them. And make sure we're lined up. Yep. And boop. And boop. Okay, now we want to set this one to steel beams. Nope. Steel beams. Hit save. Now, yep. Set this one to case steel beams. Save. This one to motors, but we'll go ahead and select motors anyway. Hit save. And connect. Now motors are being sent downstairs. Now we've got all that coming in. Now we need to start dragging out our lines. Even though to make satyrs, we're not even using any of that. But we still want everything drug out on the bus line. And we need to make sure that these are all being uploaded and that the right things are going in the right places. Yep. We got them all right. That is how you do it. Nice thing is I'm not having belts coming up out of the floor and going over to the stuff. I wanted to keep stuff as clean as possible. Or as neat as possible over here in the storage area. I mean, I could have put the downloaders on this side if I really wanted to. Okay, we do not need that to be uploaded. See how we are doing on these puppies. Fortunately, these puppies will get... Actually, I need to go ahead and put them in. Build their uploader here. These guys, we don't need uploaded. They aren't going to do diddly for us. But we want these uploaded. These uploaded. The satyrs, when they get done, uploaded. And, of course, the motors. And these are building up quite nicely. These are building up quite nicely. And these are building up very nicely. Especially since they're in much smaller stacks. Okay, let's drag all these out. All these belt lines need to be pulled out. Oops, I need to pull... Oh, I already have smart plating pulled out. Good. I forgot that I did go ahead and get it pulled out. Ooh. Now we just gotta pull out these four. We'll connect to the next floor in a moment. Now, satyrs, we only have enough to work with 8 machines. We only have enough quick wire coming in to be able to handle 8. Well, we could do 10 and just dial it back a little bit. That one will be an easy dial back. Each machine should only use 30 quick wire. At least we don't have to do motors here. Motors has their own dedicated factory that's actually surprisingly fairly well balanced out. And if anything, we're overproducing rotors there. For which I'm going to set up a smart splitter. I just need to unlock smart splitters. And then we'll be set. Now our motor factory is working its batootie off to catch back up. Because it pretty much just transferred every motor we have from there to here. and we will be going through motors like nobody's business. That's why I went ahead with making a factory just dedicated to motors. Because motors are required for refineries. It's just one of those things that you will eat through, and it's pretty smart to have them in their own dedicated system. Oh, what am I doing? I need to connect all these to going upstairs now. Even though none of these are needed for the stuff that we're going to be building just yet. Keyword just yet. Oops, these are going in the wrong direction. Reverse, thank you. I noticed it. I'm like something's off there. Now we've got everything we're making in other places now brought over. And they're actually still getting double uploaded. Because we go through so much steel beams and encased beams at the moment, it's not funny. Especially encased beams, with them being our main belt material right now. That's why I also wanted a big plant, much larger steel production. Because I found encased beams to be one heck of a bottleneck I was starting to run into. With only producing like 16, now I'm producing 40. No, motors is 40, encased beams is 80 a minute. Which is a big difference. Where before I was producing half that on motors. Because I was only running 4 assemblers. Now we're running 8 assemblers. And encased beams, they're way overclocked. Over there. To make everything work right. Ooh. Now we get to go upstairs and drag out all those belts that we just ran. Yay! And then we get to set up our Satyr line. And then we get to work towards setting up the space elevator parts for phase 2. Get them fully automated. For each one of them we need a ton of for phase 3. We need 2,500 of those ones. Just alone. But we will survive. There we go. Now we can start pulling out this stuff. It's actually pretty easy to pull out 2 at a time. What happened here? Why did this end here? That ain't right. Did this belt in? Okay, I didn't pull those out correctly. I guess I'm pulling them out a little bit further from the start. Yeah, I'm pulling it out a little bit further. That one was my bad. Oop, no, I want to delete that. Thank you. That's steel beams. Oh, I just did smart plating. And then this should be our motors. There we go. And then that would be our 2 elevator parts that we have to make. We'll see if we've got time or not for all this. But yeah, it's... Oh, I'm not looking. I can't double stream tonight. And with it being payday, I wasn't able to stream earlier because I needed to go get groceries and stuff. So that is why we're only getting 1 stream tonight, unfortunately. Stuff because when I'm done here and stuff, because I have to go to bed at around 9:30, between 9:30 and 10, and before that I need to get my laundry done so that I have clean clothes for work. Ooh. But so that is what's going on with me. Oh, pretty much my life is work, come home, hop on here and hang out with you guys and stuff and have some fun playing my favorite game. And then the only other thing I might do is every so often I'll go hang out with my nephew and stuff. But oh, Thanksgiving's coming up and stuff. Unfortunately I have to work Thanksgiving Day, which I'm still okay with that because of the extra pay that I get from it, working on Thanksgiving. Or that means this week we won't have a stream on Thanksgiving or on a Thursday. But we will be having our stream on Wednesday afternoon. And it will be a double stream because I don't have to work Thanksgiving until around... I have to go in at noon. No, I'm going in at 11 on Thanksgiving Day. and then I get off. And of course, 7:30 at night. Then I'm off on Friday as usual. So here in just a second, we will start getting satyrs getting made. Now that we have the main thing we needed up here for satyrs, the quick wire. You gotta be careful, because if you accidentally connected this back to here, you just create a loop of it, just continuously moving. It would be kind of interesting and kind of insane at the same time. Because what will change is there will be a lift here that will take it straight up here to the next floor. Is what will be happening. Ooh, okay. Now we're ready to get some satyrs going. Let's get our next conveyor line set up here. Or conveyor stanchion, stackable conveyor poles is what they're called. I don't know why I always like to call them stanchions, but whatever. They are stands for the conveyor belts. And then the last one goes down here at the very end. 1, 2, 3, boop. Like that. We're almost to where the door is to go out to our beautiful thing. Our beautiful room there. Okay, now let's get our 2 layers of belts ran here real quick like. We know we are pulling. Quick wire will be on the top line, and the iron pipes or steel pipes will be on the second line. And there we go. Now let's get our assemblers ready to go here. Get our first one down. Right there. Ka-chow. And these can only use 30 per minute. We only have 300 being produced over at our quick wire factory. So we are wanting to use the quick wire satyr. Okay. And we have 10 of these machines. So 300 boop divided by 10, and I'm gonna double check my math at the quick wire factory. I'm pretty sure it's only 300. I mean, all these are completely balanced. These puppies are making 12, and these are consuming 12. 60, and there's what? 5 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so in 60 times 7. Oh, we're making 420. Okay, 420. 420 divided by 10. 42 is what we need to be consuming over here. You know, these guys are literally just... If that was a pure, it would have made things so much better for that system. For all the systems of making quick wire. That's why there's a pure node out there that I'm going to greatly utilize it. Okay, so 42 is the number that we want. And we need this to go to. It'd be great if they'd let us select either the inputs and go, I want this to be 42. That would be so nice. There's 48, 45, 42.6, 42, 70%. Okay. Copy these settings. Paste. 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 Ah. Paste. There we go. And yep. Okay, these guys are all good to go on there. Normally I'd be connecting them to the ceiling and then running a chain down the ceiling. With a place like this where I can use lower ceilings. But when I have to use really high ceilings, then I'll use the beam, the painted beams going up and over top to run the power down. Okay. But since I have daisy chain, we're good to go. Okay, now splitter. And snappy, snappy, snappy. 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 Just pay attention to the direction of the line. See here, this line's going this way, but this line's going that way. It tells me which output I'm being snapped to, or which output in which direction I am snapping to. You can see this could snap here, or there, or there. And there we go. Now we just got to worry about bringing stuff over from here, which the build point is right here. 2, 3. Our first item up for bid is right here. And snap that there. Go ahead and remove that. And there. This one should reach all the way across to where I need it to reach. Why are you conveyor belt just a teensy bit too long? Oh, I built all of it in the wrong position on the belt line. That would do it. Come on, conveyor belts. They need to make a thing, like a pair of boots that I can wear that keeps me from being moved while on the conveyors. Or something. The free runner should stop me from being moved. Nope, I can't even crouch to stop the movement. Jeez. Now I'm in alignment. And there's our pipes going across. Yay. Now we'll just want to put in a thing right here, like so. And then, oh wow, that one won't reach from there. That's crazy enough. Thought that would reach. Thought it reached before. Oh no. That was from the bar belt. My bad. That one just barely reached. It was a foundation just a bit closer. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We'll need another. Sure, I'm in line. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're good. Dang it. Come on. Come on. I don't want you to walk off of it. I want you to stay on it. I just need to be able to put... Stop throwing me around. Oh, did I get that in the right spot? Does it look like it's in the right spot? Yeah, it does. Okay. Woo. Now we can snap. Thank you. And you can go away. 1, 2. And this will now bring our quick wire over. We gotta connect to here first. And then we just connect to the next pole. Thing right there. And now, here it comes. Quick wire. Oh, that makes it easy. Okay. Now we just gotta set up the outputs. And then hook up the power, and we're good to go. And we'll have our SATAs getting made finally. Ooh. Bridges. Really good thing to have one more major component needed. So we need these for making automatic wiring. Okay. go. Now let's get everything hooked up to downstairs. Then we can start getting our elevator parts going. The final bit that we need to worry about. And there we go. Now we just got power on the satyrs and we're set. Do. Okay, let's do this. We're all green antennas. So we are good. And we are producing 56 per minute. Not bad, actually. And there they go. Our lovely satyrs. Yeah, and that line will probably should never stop moving. Because we should be burning through that entire line equally. Very equally. That line is exactly what we need. Why do we have some yellow antennas here? Okay, it's taking it some time to backfill. But because this line is a 480, it'll be pulling hardcore from all the overstock. As it slowly gets the whole manifold filled. So that would have been the advantage of the load balancer. We wouldn't be dealing with manifold mechanics right at the moment, as it slowly fills each machine's buffer up. And since each machine's buffer is 45, it takes a tiny bit longer than what some of the others are. At least it's not a whole 500. Ugh, that autosave. I need to... It's time. We've reached a point where... I do like it set at 10 minutes, though. But at least now we are cooking with gas with our satyrs. Now we've got satyrs going. They're busy heading downstairs and literally coming right back up stairs as fast as they're being made. We really, though, don't want to get these next elevator parts going until satyrs have built up a wee bit more, because we can get the versatile frames going, and then we'll see about the automatic wiring next. Okay, I don't even remember what's needed for versatile frames. At the moment, because I really do not. I know steel beams. That's all I remember. And modular frames. Okay, that's not bad. I was afraid it was something much worse than modular frames, in all honesty. Oh shoot, I only built that up by... Okay. This won't be quite as bad as I thought. Oh, because we've got plenty of steel beams in production. So, and we've got a decent amount of modular frames in production, and it only consumes one per craft. And let's see, that is used 2.5, so 200 and 2.5. 25 per minute is how many it's going to use. And we are currently crafting 20 per minute. Yeah, you're gonna have to tone down a little bit. There's still framework, unfortunately. We're still going to run the 10 assemblers. But we are going to downgrade them a bit. When I say a bit, I mean literally we're going to cut them in half. We should only be using 5 of these. But we'll go. Well, we can just program the recipe again here. Here, we are going to tone this back to 50%. So we're only using 12.5 per minute of the 20 that we're producing of modular frames. That I can live with. Okay, now the recipes are all loaded. Let's get our splitters on the belts here. Okay. This time, modular frames and steel beams. And they're actually pretty close to each other. Okay. Double check I'm in line. Yep. Ah. It still snapped, even though I was in a bad spot. Ooh, they are not as close to each other as I thought they were. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here's the next 7th junction. There's my... Double check that I'm in line with everything. Yes, okay. Before I start pulling this belt out. What? Oh, yeah. This belt is a half a foundation further away. Let's just drop a thing somewhere right about here. I forget that. I have to do a 6 jump. And I'm not relocating that stanchion because then it will mess up everything else. Oh, it will connect from there. There we go. Now we've got steel beams and everything. Okay, I don't know why. Oh. Everything's still filling up? Okay, there, it's all filled up. About to say. Okay, now let's grab. Ooh, this one I got off by a tad bit. Means I need to recenter it, because otherwise my OCD will kill me. Yeah, I placed it like that. There we go. Okay. Now, let's get our mergers down. Get our output line going here. Oh, you're off center too? Jeez, what was I doing? won't notice it until you start lining up your mergers. That is when you notice it, when it doesn't line up in the middle of the platform like that. Oops. Oh, these are splitters. Okay, there's a merger. Now, rotate. There we go. Now I've got two of them I need to reprogram. And I forgot. Oop, we've got one more. There we go. Okay, now let's go find the ones that I had to rebuild. Okay. Not you. Okay. There. You, and of course the very last one. There we go. Yay. Oh, yeah. That's just... Where is our output? I think the main thing I love about Satisfactory, and I also like about Foundry, is the scale of the machines are quite nice. Also in Foundry, I love doing a main bus line. I think that's a game I need to get an update again and play again, because I haven't touched it since alpha, because I was one of the alpha testers. Oh, okay, let's go and run and hook up the output on this puppy. Okay, of course, we always want to do our initial alignment connection right here. And now we just fly out of ways. How did I just happen to land right where I needed to? Wow, it ends right where it needs to. And then now it turns this way. Okay, now let's get our floor hole put in. Reverse its direction. Connect it. And there we go. Now we just need to go downstairs, link it up to the storage, and we'll be set. can't believe this building is the perfect length to get us through phase 2 parts. You know, next we'll be getting plastic and all that stuff going. And stuff. Oh, I gotta delete that. I forgot these floor holes gotta be put in from downstairs. Or otherwise they don't link clear through the platform. Reverse. You need to be output and an output there as well. And there we go. Yay! Now we get to expand our platform out again between... see, I might stream tomorrow night, depending on how tired I am when I get home from work. That is what will determine if I stream tomorrow night. It comes down to how tired I am. Ooh. But most likely I will. Now we need to, unfortunately, move you. Put this in again. Let's go ahead and put you in while we're at it. And connect. There we go. Now we're ready to store the versatile framework. I am not dragging out the buses for it or the automatic wiring just yet. I'm not worried about that. Okay, now we just gotta hook up the power and these puppies will get to work. If overnight, and we should have enough. We'll have enough at least of the framework to move on to the next phase. See how much steel per minute are these puppies using? 150? Yeah, we're good there. Yeah. We're fine on the steel beams. So we're good on all those goodies. Yay. So we're producing 180 over there. Or no, we're producing 240 steel because we have a 480 belt of steel beams is what we're producing when we have two of them. The two lines running together. Okay. But there we go. We now have that going. Now for the final thing we want to get done, and that's automatic wiring. Yay, that's SATers and cable. Oh. Yay. And I know we'll be underclocking these as well. Most elevator parts usually get underclocked because I don't need fast production of elevator parts. Because those can build up over time. Smart plating we didn't underclock, but there's a good chance that we may go back and underclock them eventually as well. Okay, now let's start getting our... No, let's not mess up the alignments on these again. You know, that would be nice. Actually pay attention to what I'm doing and make sure I'm centering them. That's where I messed up. Last time I stood at an angle, I see how I messed it up. By standing at a little bit of an angle. It looked right, but then it wasn't right. I'm double checking all of them. That line is in the middle of it. Why am I running around with that in my hand when I've got a coffee cup? Okay. Let's do this. Automatic wiring. 2.5 satyrs. That'd be 25 satyrs per minute that this system would use. And we are currently producing... Oop, that's for still framework. We are currently producing actually 56 satyrs per minute. That one, this line we could not need to underclock at all. But it's that 50 cable that I do not like. So, we dialed it back to 75. I still don't like that. We're just going to pull them back to 50%. Control C. And you figure I normally use only, I think 4 or 8 of these in my other build, and we're using 10, which is far different. And the thing is, satyrs is, automatic wiring. I don't know if we're going to need a ridiculous amount of it. Going forward, so I am not worrying myself with having a ton of it right now. And there we go. Yay. All that's now together. Actually, let's do the mergers at this step. Because it's easier to pull the mergers down from this direction. Might help if I click. Ooh. But we are just working our way through all of these lovely, getting our phase 2 space elevator parts going here. let's go ahead and get this going up. Ah, come on. Land on top. Ooh. Get all of our stuff hooked up for the automatic wiring. Ooh. And then we'll run our power. So much easier thanks to the daisy chain mod. That makes it just so much easier to run power in just about everything, which I do quite enjoy that. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we'll run the power through here. There, that's all good. Now we just gotta get all the resources hooked up now, coming in and the outline, which that won't be too difficult. And I learned that this needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, looks like actually our first line that we need to actually tap is where the stand would go. Okay, oop, this line goes here. Now we get our belt out. And connect. Hey, I said connect. Thank you. Jeez, these things don't sometimes like to be a pain in my rear end. Okay, there's the cable. We do want to put a stand. It would normally go right here, but these are, of course, where the stand needs to be at. So we want to put, we'll just cut it back by 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away from there. So we need to put in another stand. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, where we're pulling from, we don't need another stand. Drop a splitter there so we can line things up. Then raise this by 2. And now we just need to pull this belt out. And just bring everything together. Connect over here. Boink. And then we'll come over here, connect, and then yay. Then we just need to do the output for it. That one's pretty easy. And then hook up the power. Okay. Okay, I've already connected that there. We want to make our first connection on the ceiling right here. And then now we'll start just dragging all this out. Gotta drag it clear down to the very last foundation line. If I remember right, this belt should reach all the way to the last, or next to it. Yep, right here. And then make sure I'm on straight mode. And then we just need to come around the corner here. Okay, that's where we gotta stop at. And then continue down the line here. Connect it to our ceiling. reach? Nope, it ain't gonna reach all the way. Oh, why would it be that easy? But there we go. Automatic wiring. I just gotta power on the machines. That's pretty easy. And this will have at least everything now automated. Up to... We're finally caught up to where we are on the research side of everything. Now, when we stream, probably either tomorrow evening or Sunday evening, depending on how tired I am when I get off work tomorrow. But there we go. Those guys are now powered. And they're just now waiting for all their resources to fill up with the cable. The cable's the main one that will take it time to populate all the way through, since we didn't use load balancers this time around. But next, when we get to the manufacturers, which is coming up very soon, and so of those we will use the modular load balancers and filter everything and stuff. But by then we should have our AI limiter factory going, because we're going to need a ton of AI limiters and stuff. And then we're also going to need a whole ton of crystal oscillators. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. I have to find an area that will work good for crystal oscillators. I haven't even thought about that. I've been thinking of high-speed connectors, and I know a good spot for the AI limiters and stuff, where I found a nice pure Deuterium vein and stuff. Let's hop on the elevator and stuff, because then we'll be utilizing more of these puppies, the load balancers. Those things are so nice. Versus using manifolds. Manifolds have their place. The advantage to manifolds is, especially like for example here with the manifold being the export system, the only machines that need to kick on are the first ones in the row as it goes. Versus using a using a load balance even for export. This way, only what needs to kick on, kicks on. It saves on power and stuff, especially for our massive bus line. Man, this thing keeps growing. Well, as we know, automatic wiring is now coming down, and the versatile framework is now coming down. Look, we're already getting some. Yay! So how much have we gotten in back here? Because we need this entire thing full for phase 3 space elevator, which is crazy and stuff. So that means this line's going to keep going and stuff. I just need to put, I think, a basic concrete blocks across that section of that roof, just because it will be eventually meet up with this factory as the bus line keeps growing and growing and growing and stuff over top of our coal power plant and stuff. And I still need to unlock Mark II pipes so that I can upgrade the steam pipes over there, so we can get that completely running at full power and stuff, since we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 of our generators are off at the moment, just because of we didn't have the throughput to handle the amount of low pressure steam. But wow, we actually got quite a bit accomplished in this stream. We got clear through to now we're producing. We're finally caught up. Now we can move into plastic production, which is going to be huge. But I mean, our factory's coming right along, our main factory. Now that we've got, after getting our 480 belts and then getting our steel factory over there set up made a big difference so that we could start building the main factory and stuff. And then we have the nice little rooftop area here and stuff that's pretty cool for us to set up. We've got our alien power augmenter in its nice little building here and stuff, looking all cool and everything. And then we're going to set up another building back here with a whole ton of power storage in it. And then the next major, then we'll also set up our workshop building, for where the hub will be in it, the workshop, and the MAM, as well as the controller for the item teleporters. And so, because we'll move it in there as well. This puppy right here. That powers all the teleporters. And then we've got... Then we'll move all this in there too. And stuff. I don't know where I'll put our duplicating unit. That's helped us get a ton of shards. Stuff. Oh, I need to go ahead and put these sloops that I got with the others. We got another 11 of them, which is very nice. When you figure the ones we had to do all the alien research and the 10 that it took to make the alien power augmenter and everything and stuff. But I mean, we're coming right along. We've got, of course, the coal power plant down below, which is looking very nice. And then we've got our quick wire plant here that I still need to get a roof on top of. I still need to finish building the other quick wire plant that's being used in the motor / steel factory and stuff, which is crazy that we built that factory before we started working on the main factory. But it kind of makes sense at the same time, because we needed to have encased beams and all that readily handy for putting down tons of belts and stuff. And then we the only thing we had to struggle with for a little bit was modular frames for the load balancers, but those aren't too hard to quickly handcraft and stuff. Then we've got our lovely little steel factory. Little, my butt, especially since it's got all these veins pouring into it. 6 pure iron veins at 480, 4 limestone veins, 3 at 300 and 1 at 480. And then we've got also 3 lines of coal coming in at 480 as well. All of that coming in, as well as a 480 belt of quick wire coming in from here. And stuff that's already made in this factory, in our other quick wire factory, I should say. Which I still need to, like I said, finish building this one. The small factories always get left to the last minute to get done, but we got this puppy busy pumping out 480 of quick wire, which is then going in to this puppy into here and stuff. We've got, I know this building's not the prettiest. The inside looks pretty good though. Here's all of our logistics, everything coming in to the building and then being sent out to all of its respected areas and stuff. This is our 3 lines of steel production. Each one is handling a 480 belt of iron and coal, which is then producing steel beams. This first one though is going over and then being using the item teleporter over to our main factory. Then these 2 lines of steel beams come down and merge onto this 480 belt and go over here. And then over here is making the concrete needed to supply these 8 assemblers that are busy making our lovely encased beams, for which we have really dwindled down because of all the belts we've been putting down and stuff. For which these guys are producing a total of 13.4 times 8, 107 encased beams per minute, which not bad stuff. Then we move on to the next floor, and then we start into all the motor production. On this floor, here's all the copper wire being produced for making satyrs. I mean, not satyrs, for rotors. And then we have our first batch of steel pipes being produced using the iron pipe recipe and stuff. And this is running off of just one 480 line of iron. Then the next floor is taking the other 2 480 lines of iron ore and making, this side's making steel pipes and this side's making steel pipes. And then, oops, I forget the door to access this. So this building, and then all that's being merged. Merging all 3 lines of pipes into a single line going up to the next floor. And then the quick wire is just coming straight up and straight up to the next floor. The copper wire is going up to the next floor, as well as the whole ton of steel pipes, because we need a ton of steel pipes for making satyrs and rotors. And then we move up to the final floor, the motor floor. On this floor, it's all craziness. We have the pipes coming straight up and being split both ways. Satyrs being made on that side, rotors being made on that side. Buffers here in the middle for them. And then we have all that comes up. The rotors, the satyrs, and then they come up here and get split to 4 and 4 assemblers making our motors. And then all those motors come over here, merge, and then go into this storage unit. And then here's the teleporter, as well as our dimensional depot to send them all to the other side. But it looks like the system's almost finally, yeah, it's fully caught up on everything, except just getting caught back up on, it's like some of the rotors aren't done getting caught back up, and the satyrs haven't gotten caught back up yet. Oh, but yeah, there's our motor / steel factory. For this area of the northern forest is like just great for doing all this in, because the only thing that I have to ship into this area is coal, and I don't even have to ship it in very far. I've got 3 trucks, each moving 1 pure line of coal and stuff. Right there's one of them right now where it just got done dropping off and everything. And the other 2 are probably coming this way here any second. We've got our coal being brought up from down this way. And we still have a whole normal node of coal over here that we could be utilizing if we really wanted to. Here comes our tractors, busy hauling all the coal stuff. And then we've got right here, this big concrete block in the middle of this is actually covering up a hard drive pod, crash pod. Ooh, I have kaboomers on me. I can get rid of these ugly things that are sticking out of my foundations. Finally. Oh. There we go. Yay. Oh. But we have 2 pure coal nodes up there, each coming over here. The node comes in, gets split, some sent over to the fuel section, and the rest into this storage buffer. And then into the station. And same thing with the other line, comes over, gets split into the fuel section, and then into the storage buffer. Shipping coal with trucks and vehicles is so easy just because you can just split it off and stuff. You don't have to ever worry about fuel for your trucks or tractors. So, and then there's the other 480 right here, pure coal node. And then we have a normal that's just kind of chilling here, not being used yet. I'm probably going to use that for carbon stuff. I need to find a copper node nearby, and then we're going to set up a carbon factory probably here for making all the carbon stuff that we need for solar panels and all that sort of stuff. Will be the plan is what my thoughts are with that coal node. Because I don't need a ton, and a normal node should be more than enough to have all the stuff on hand so that I can make solar panels and all that good stuff. But that pretty much, I mean, that's everything we've accomplished so far. Besides exploring a ridiculous amount of the world already during this playthrough and stuff. And that's been mostly hunting down Mercer spheres, me running around like this. Where's a Mercer sphere? Just jumping around, burning all my tickets on liquid biofuel. But we will soon be able to get that actually where we will be making it. And thanks to the fluid sink mod, we will be able to burn the overflow and not have to worry about stuff shutting down. Oh, there was a slug somewhere nearby here. I know there's not going to be any Mercer spheres or sloops up in this area. I have gotten them all. But yeah, we are definitely have accomplished quite a bit. The truck's just barely close enough to trigger that door. And then we also have a ton of our belts that are being fed underground to reach over to the main storage area. See, it goes under here, and then it comes back over here and pops up, and then moves down the line to our storage. And there's a lot of belts that are being fed under the building too. Stuff like right here. Boom. Hey doggo, you're still stuck on the conveyor belt. But like here's our Caterium wire, and then we come down here. Oh, it's on that side, the gap. Well, over there is more iron and stuff. I just came down the wrong side of the Caterium belt. Ooh. Which is pretty cool. I like this. I can squeeze through here and then access the other side of the stuff that's coming under the building. And then we have a whole ton. Here's our coal, the limestone node that's up here, all that. In my previous playthrough, I used this area to make just a giant concrete factory is what I did. And it worked okay and stuff, but that's also when I realized how easy it would be to put motors and all my steel stuff here. And then just dedicate those 4 normal nodes of coal down there by the river and everything to a massive coal power plant, instead of using only 2 of them for power and then using the other 2 to make a small steel factory, when I could have much larger steel factory. And since I don't need to make steel pipes thanks to the iron pipe recipe, the only things I need to produce with steel is steel beams and encased beams, which works very good. I know a lot of people don't like the northern forest because you have lots of trees to deal with. It don't bother me. It just means you have plenty of biofuel for the early game and stuff is what it means. And even I've had times I forgot to restock my biofuel generators and stuff in the early game. But there's our space elevator, our blueprint maker. Though we don't use very many blueprints yet. But we will be as we progress, especially since now we're going to be getting into a lot harder stuff. But like right up here is where we built our initial biofuel power plant. It's still here. I'm never going to tear it down or anything because it's, once again, a little bit of buffer of power. It never hurts to have. You always keep all your power systems and just let them stack on each other. Of course, it's only that much of a buffer from the black line to the gray line. But like right at the moment, we're producing a total of constantly of power, 10,452.6 megawatts or 10.45 gigawatts at the moment. Is our constant production, but we are capable of producing 11.244 gigawatts. We're not too bad, especially with using the modular power mod, refined power modular generators. And we will be able to upgrade those very soon now that we're finally caught up on a lot of the backlog of stuff. But I've always sworn by this area. It's such a great starter area with 4 pure iron nodes, 2 pure copper nodes, and 2 pure limestone nodes when you count the one that's just right over this hill. And then there's also another normal limestone just right over there too, if you want to tap for limestone. I know we lost the quartz nodes that used to be down here, and that was a little bit of a hurt, but they're still not that hard to get, quartz. You just have to go into the spider cave right over there, and there are 2 pure quartz and 1 normal quartz node down that one. And then if you head here north of our steel village out, I think it's this little crevasse here. No, it's right here. You go right up here. There is a impure and a normal quartz nodes right here. 2 that aren't horribly far away. That's what kind of makes this area really nice for a starting area. The only downside is there's only 1 copper node. And that's what attracts me to using this area more, because you really need 2 coppers. Yes, this area is nice because it has this area has 4, but this area has 6 pure iron nodes, which are insane. 1 pure limestone and 3 normal limestones, which once again, pretty nice. But at the same time, you don't have a really big area to build a big coal power plant nearby in this area. You got this area down here where we're collecting the coal, but it's the only spot where you really have good water access. I mean, I guess you could kind of build a coal power plant down here in the river valley area and stuff. That would be the next best. Or you could go up here and bring the coal up a long ways, or pipe your water a long ways and build a coal power plant kind of in here. Would be the next best kind of area, but I'm not a big fan of that locale. That's what I like about here. We have a ton of space to set up a big power plant. And that we did. Right here. Boom. As we jump the truck. Buzz down here. And here is our refined power plant. We've got our water extractors here. All of them are actually overclocked to max the 300 pipelines. Whole slew of pumps. We've got our coal being gathered here. One of them. One of the normal coal nodes. The other one's right here. Another two around that corner right there. All four of them. And stuff. We do have some overspill because we were manually making, well, semi-manually making steel. We were just grabbing this, grabbing a container full of iron and dumping it in. Then we have our actual power plant. The main floor, water's coming up. Each row of these machines requires a full 300 pipeline of water and stuff, and each coal miner can take care of 3 sections of these machines supply enough coal. So 3 of these rows. That's why there are you got 3, 6, and 6. And then you take all that lovely, the boiler here, the CO2 goes out there and over to the CO2 scrubber room / low pressure steam scrubber room, and then the low pressure steam goes up through the floor from down here to the turbine room. And of course, you can see all the logistics down here. Here's where all the water's being split, the coal's being split on all of its lines and everything, and being sent up to the upstairs. Oop. Oh. But all that lovely steam comes up here and goes through the turbine room and gets turned into juicy power. So these are off at the moment because we need to upgrade all these to Mark II pipes to be able to move enough of the steam. So right now we are maxed out on all the pipes. But other than just that one row of turbines shut off, all that steam comes up, the low pressure steam then high pressure comes up there, the low pressure comes out there and goes over to the scrubbing or the cleaning or the exhausting room where it exhausts it all. Oops, we missed a beam. Wow. How did I miss that? But that is, that's pretty much everything we've accomplished. I figured I'd do this lovely little ending update and stuff because we've just cleared a pretty major hurdle. Because now we're ready to finally move on to truly getting into phase 3. Or I should say phase 2. No, complete phase 3. So this is phase 3 and stuff. The only other thing we've got going on is we've got our fully concreted out cave there. Well, almost fully. And stuff. And then we've got our Quartz and Sam being teleported over to the main factory and stuff, and then being processed in it. For it is starting to look pretty good, other than this end is kind of, it looks weird because the factory just boop comes through this abrupt end, but it is as it is, and it will get taller as we continue. Unfortunately, I can't do fancy little pillars and stuff like this really with that area, because we're working in a very tight space and I need every square meter possible. Oh, there's where I dumped my tractor. But yeah, well, everybody, it has been a great stream. We got the main factory clear up through all of the phase 2 stuff automated now. Now we just need to start pushing phase 3, and that's what we have. A lovely ramp in the distance. I'll switch back over to game view. That's what that lovely stone ramp there off in the distance is for. Concrete ramp to get us over to the spiral coast so that we can start in on all the oil stuff and getting plastic and rubber going, because we need that next. As well as working out towards the Rocky Desert area and getting our AI limiter / most likely, there's probably going to be several things happening in it. AI limiters, high-speed connectors, and crystal oscillators, most likely. And stuff happening out that way. And stuff, and then we'll go deep down the gorge for our main fuel power plant, our first one, which will be utilizing just the standard heavy-duty. Well, we'll be using the heavy-duty residue recipe with the polymer byproduct and stuff, and then we'll use that polymer resin byproduct to make our gas mask filters over there eventually, as soon as we gain the ability to pressurize the water well that's over there and stuff. But at first we'll just sink it and stuff. And I'm not going to do the packaged diluted fuel to increase the amount of fuel we're making over there, because we don't have water once again. So that, not until we have other methods and stuff. But then we will go from there to eventually, as soon as we get that fuel plant up and running, then turbo fuel, blue crater, definitely is going to happen. Massive turbo fuel power plant. I'm going to put a big concrete flat layer over the top of it all and stuff, and set up a whole ton of pumps and stuff, overclocked several 600 lines of water coming up and stuff, and we will be making turbo fuel and pumping that into our lovely refined power modular power systems, and making a ton of power, for which I'm really looking forward to that one. So, but well, everybody, thank you very much for joining me this evening. I'm gonna get off of here. I've got an hour before I need to be to bed, so I gotta get laundry and all that stuff done before work tomorrow and everything. But as always, if you're watching over on YouTube, feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment, turn on the notification bell, so you will be notified whenever I'm going live. And as always, everybody, have a good one.